More than 400 years ago, in a Japan shaped by constant conflict, there lived a man who never lost a duel. His name was Miyamoto Musashi. He was not only a swordsman, but a strategist, philosopher, and observer of human nature. Across dozens of life-or-death encounters, Musashi discovered that victory rarely depended on strength alone. It depended on perception, timing, and clarity of mind. Near the end of his life, he withdrew into solitude and wrote a short book that would outlive him by centuries. He called it The Book of Five Rings. It was not a book about fighting in the ordinary sense. It was a manual for understanding reality itself, how people think, how they hesitate, how they reveal weakness, and how clarity emerges when illusion is removed. Musashi organized his teachings around 5 elements: ground, water, fire, wind, and the void. Each described a different way of seeing the world, from firm foundations to adaptability, from decisive action to freedom from fixation. Though written in the age of swords, its lessons were never limited to combat. They apply to leadership, decision-making, competition, creativity, and life itself. In a modern world defined by noise, distraction, and constant urgency, Musashi's teachings remain unsettlingly relevant. They speak not of doing more, but of seeing more clearly. Not of force, but of alignment. Not of speed, but of timing. What follows is not a history lesson. It is the distilled understanding of a man who learned, through experience, how clarity defeats chaos. In any era, Miyamoto Musashi believed that most people misunderstood strategy from the very beginning. They thought strategy was something used only in moments of conflict, something drawn out when danger appeared and put away once the moment passed. To Musashi, this view was shallow. Strategy was not an action taken under pressure. It was a way of seeing long before pressure arrived. As Musashi traveled through Japan, undefeated in dozens of duels, he noticed a recurring pattern. Many warriors trained tirelessly in technique. They memorized forms, refined movements, and perfected methods passed down through their schools. Yet when conditions changed, their certainty collapsed. When timing shifted or expectations failed, they became rigid and predictable. Musashi understood why. They were trained to act, but not trained to perceive. In the Book of Five Rings, Musashi wrote that the way of strategy begins with knowing the broad view. Without this, even the most refined technique becomes fragile. Those who focused only on surface movements mistook skill for understanding. Those who chased speed mistook noise for effectiveness. Musashi learned early that true advantage came from seeing what others overlooked. He trained his perception before his sword. He observed how opponents entered a space, how they stood when waiting, how they reacted to silence. From these details, he could see patterns forming long before action occurred. He believed that repetition revealed intention, and intention revealed weakness. This was not guesswork. It was disciplined observation. Musashi warned against narrowing the mind to a single way. He believed that attachment to one school or method created blindness. Those who believed their way was superior stopped seeing alternatives. When that way failed, they had nothing to fall back on. To truly know one path, Musashi believed one must understand many. He compared strategy to the work of a master carpenter. A builder does not treat all wood the same. He knows which timber must bear weight and which may support quietly. Each piece is chosen according to its nature and role. Strategy worked the same way. People, situations, and decisions each required different handling. Seeing clearly meant understanding proportion. Musashi wrote that one must see the large as small and the small as large. This did not mean distortion, but balance. Those obsessed with details lost sight of the whole. Those who ignored details misunderstood structure. Strategy required both perspectives at once. This ability came from grounding. In the Ground book, Musashi emphasized establishing a firm foundation. Without grounding, technique floated without stability. A grounded mind was calm, unmoved by appearances, and resistant to deception. From this foundation, perception remained steady even when circumstances shifted. Musashi believed confusion was the greatest enemy. When the mind became cluttered with fear, desire, or ego, perception narrowed. Action followed confusion, not reality. This is why Musashi trained simplicity. He removed excess not for austerity, but for clarity. Those who chased reputation revealed insecurity. Those who rushed revealed impatience. Those who overprepared revealed doubt. Musashi watched these tendencies carefully. He believed that an opponent's greatest weakness was often visible long before the encounter began. Most revealed themselves through habit, through how they responded to delays, through how they reacted when their expectations were disturbed. Strategy, then, was not domination. It was alignment with reality. Musashi also wrote of adapting like water. Water has no fixed shape, yet overcomes all forms. It flows where resistance is low and gathers strength where space allows. This principle guided his perception. He did not force outcomes. He positioned himself so outcomes unfolded naturally. Those who fought rigidly exhausted themselves. Those who adapted conserved energy. In daily life, Musashi applied the same thinking. He believed strategy governed all actions, not only combat. Business, leadership, art, and decision-making all followed the same principles. Those who acted without understanding timing and structure created unnecessary struggle. By seeing clearly, effort decreased. Musashi did not rely on clever tricks. He relied on removing illusion. When illusion fell away, correct action required little force. He believed that those who truly understood strategy acted calmly. Panic signaled misunderstanding. Urgency revealed lack of preparation. Clarity produced stillness. This stillness was not hesitation, it was readiness. Musashi trained to remain unmoved by appearances. Praise did not inflate him. Criticism did not disturb him. He believed emotional extremes distorted perception. Only a steady mind could see accurately. When perception was accurate, action followed naturally. In his later years, Musashi reflected that most people lived divided lives. Their actions conflicted with their intentions. Their goals contradicted their values. This inner conflict consumed energy and clouded judgment. The strategist, by contrast, lived in alignment. When thought, action, and purpose moved together, effort felt light. Decisions became simple. Confusion faded. Musashi's way was not about overpowering others. It was about removing blindness. When blindness disappeared, victory followed without being chased. He believed that true mastery looked ordinary. There was no drama, no excess, only correctness. Strategy, in Musashi's understanding, was not something added to life. It was something uncovered by removing what obscured reality. When perception cleared, the path became obvious. And when the path was obvious, walking it required no force. Here are 10 takeaways. Strategy is a way of seeing, not a moment of action. Technique without perception collapses under change. Studying many ways sharpens understanding of one's own. Patterns reveal more than isolated actions. Grounding creates stability in uncertain conditions. Clarity reduces effort. Simplicity strengthens perception. Adaptability outlasts rigidity. Emotional extremes distort judgment. When illusion is removed, correct action becomes obvious.